You know, the easiest programs to make are the one-piece programs, and that takes the element of combining different works and different composers out of the equation. I think of, right off the bat, the Mahler Third Symphony that I'm doing in my first subscription week. That obviously stands alone. It's probably the longest symphony that exists in the repertory. And you know, it's funny how this program came about, because in the press conference announcing my appointment, just off the cuff, I said Mahler Third was a symphony I would like to do with the orchestra, and Zarin Mehta, our president, said, you know, why don't you do that in your first week? It's a good idea, and I thought, okay, why not? And it's enormously exciting for me to think about doing this piece with the New York Philharmonic, because of the history the orchestra has with Mahler himself, because of the many wonderful performances of the piece I've already heard. I'll never forget the performances that Leonard Bernstein did when I was in college. I came down from Boston to hear him perform this piece, and many of the same players are still around, and the way the orchestra as a whole and the way the individual musicians have with this piece is so personal and so full of ownership, if you will. I'm looking forward to bringing my take on the piece to New York. Mahler, for me, is a composer who had enormous ambition with his music. He really wanted very explicitly to portray the entire world, the whole world, the entire essence of humanity, of nature, of the cosmic, of the spiritual. And he may be the composer who came closest to actually realizing that ambition. And it's always a challenge to perform Mahler, but at the same time, his music is written with the performer in mind. He was a great conductor himself, a great exponent of his own music as well as of Mozart and Beethoven. He was famous for his interpretations of the operas when he was conducting at the Wiener Staatsoper and at the Metropolitan. I think his connection with opera is actually part of the same idea, the sense of really expressing something dramatic and talking about life itself. So his music for me is very exciting to play, because it really it's so wide-ranging and so all-encompassing. The fact that he was a composer and a conductor means that the instructions that he writes in his music and the point of view, the practical point of view of the performer, always comes through. So in that sense, he makes a lot of things easy for the performer, because it's so clear what he wants. And of all the composers, I think he may be the one who actually is most obviously writing things down on the page with the perspective of the performer in mind. So it's gratifying to approach it in that way as well. It's challenging, but also you really feel that you're being shown the way, and so that makes it comfortable at the same time.